Well, we're back here again. It's nighttime. You can't tell unless I tell you because you don't see the condition of the light. So, cheers. It's let me see. It's 9:02. Wow. Okay. Here, like I realize that if I make these little videos funny or short and with a little bit of humor, that y'all appreciate it but there's things that really bother me, and we're living in a politically correct, cancel culture, sexual identity, hypersensitive environment where nobody can say anything without being leaped upon. It's very hard to just speak out, which is ridiculous because we're also in the middle of America collapsing. Democracy is being destroyed. There's a I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. You know what I am? I'm the worst thing you can be in America. I'm going to say it. I'll say it straight out. I'm an intellectual. I've spent my life researching and trying to understand and trying to analyze as much as I possibly can. And America hates me for that. In the 60s, I was told, love it or leave it, which is about the stupidest thing. Do you know how incredibly stupid that is? It's like, love it, or in other words, if I understand the problems that America's suffering from and I want to criticize America, then I should leave. So here's the problem. I have a friend. I have very few friends. I have a friend. We were talking and I said something that might have insulted him. And the beauty of this friend is that when I say something that might insult him, he is complimented and laughs, which is one of the reasons we're friends. So I said something that might have insulted him, and I said, look, I'm not trying to insult you. You know, there's so few people that talk to me. Why am I going to alienate you? And he said, well, so few people talk to you. I wonder why. And he's right. I'm a pain in the ass. Intellectuals are a pain in the ass. You know why? If you sit there and think, then everything doesn't make sense. You don't realize it. It just, all this, the reality we're living in is not reality. It's a man-made reality, and it doesn't make any sense. So he wrote me an email today. He was very upset about the right-wing conspiracy and the extreme religiosity and the deep tentacles and teeth that are buried into democracy, sucking the lifeblood out of what we might have as a republic. And he wrote me an email. And I was so moved by his email that I wrote a response. And I'm going to read you my response because I'm going to just, I was going to be funny tonight. Well, this isn't funny. So I'm going to read you my response. I'm going to put on my glasses. Look, see? Like a bacteria growing in agar in the petri dish of American society, a hermetic sealed vacuum of ignorance and disinformation. The science of herding is sending pulses of electromagnetic stimuli through the bottom of the petri dish's receptors, weaponizing the bacteria colony against the dream of reason and creating monsters. If these were the warnings being broadcast in the first decade of the 21st century, the same warnings were being expressed in the 1800s regarding the United States of America, clinging to the belief in God while raising religious leaders to pedestals of wealth and influence. In tax-free shelters, under God they trusted, and the concept of equality was a mere joke, but believed to be fact, in law and faith. By whom, might I ask? When the ends justify the means. The meanness of Homo sapiens sapiens is given the greatest freedom to grow unchecked. In 21st century time, when trickle-down insanity is an undeniable reality, a sinner can be believed to be a saint, and a saint stoned to death by the sheep with slingshots. While one can lament over the loss of the Lamb of the God, due to the replacement with an old, lying, corrupted, perverted, mentally deranged, wealthy lowlife, the problem is far more simple than presumed. You see, if you can convince people that an anthropomorphic God exists, that knows you are here, and you can communicate with that God, and that God created everything, and there is a religion through which you can pay homage to that God. Why? You can convince the believers of anything. Of course, the same believers do not all believe in the same flavor, and thus want to kill each other. That makes sense, doesn't it? American Christ, a great title for a documentary. Scratch the surface of Amy Coney Barrett, and once you get through the 24-karat electroplated gold veneer, you get to the smell of fake buttered popcorn served in the lobby of the greatest show on earth. However, somebody misspelled great. Democracy is going down the storm sewer drain, the great, and the profit from all the sermons of the prophets shall be reaped, as they have for all of civilization. When one looks into the eyes of the official portrait of Justice Clarence Thomas, a sitting justice on the Supreme Court of the United States of America, and cannot read the tells contained therein, there is no writing on the wall that can be read for sense. If Justice Alito can write an opinion that makes no sense whatsoever and use as backup one of the most misogynist, close-minded judges of the 1600s, as his reference, women remorse, for you have been crushed by Kafka's cockroach. In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. Until the winds of change fell yet another monarch to be buried and decay. Dust to dust, all empires are built on sand.